So, I mean, should we actually start the video after we pour these? Clearly not.
Clearly not
wine
alcohol.
drinks, or
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
oh, no. I'll get it. What are you doing? I always pour,
Okay.
even though it's a
Fruit 2-0.
Fruito. This podcast is proudly sponsored by Fruito.
No, it's not.
The most delicious, refreshing drink ever.
I don't know. It was pretty expensive. It was like $1.30
For like sugar
One.
water. Actually, it's not even sugar water, because aren't these like
zero sugar.
zero calories?
Zero calories. It's carbonated water.
So,
acid.
how did they get the taste in there?
No.
Ingredients: carbonated water, natural flavor, citric acid, raspberry juice concentrate, gum acacia, hell,
Acacia.
potassium citrate,
Sucralose.
potassium benzoate, yeah,
That sounds safe.
ester gum, modified coconut oil, triglycerides, calcium disodium EDTA.
Oh, it's healthy.
Yeah, I remember using that in chemistry class, and that was the big thing in analytical chemistry, actually.
It's
The big thing that like used for everything. I can't remember why.
No,
but-
I remember doing it too.
Oh, you took that class? You didn't take that class with me.
No, but I remember using EDTA
I
for
don't
sure. Yeah.
But anyways,
It's got electrolytes.
it's called Plants
What
Crave.
plants crave?
I love it. Why are we doing this in wine classes?
I like it. It's
Yeah, it's
fancy.
right. It's
It's
your
fancy.
thing,
Yeah.
Anyway, so
To another
to
week.
another week, and
Yeah.
maybe thinking about changing our name. I have no idea. Could be. Oh,
It's not bad.
yeah, it's not something. It's not water. It's not juice. It's something in between.
Something in between.
Some mismatch. At least water's the first ingredient. If it was like the third ingredient, I'd
I'd
be
be
like,
concerned. What
I
the
don't know what
fuck?
this is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got an interesting aftertaste.
That
By
non-
interesting, I mean kind of tastes like ass. Anyways, and ladies and gentlemen, we are back with a brand new Drunken Parent podcast with no drunken parents. And maybe no parents either. I don't know.
We're
Are we still
parents.
parents?
Yeah.
By default.
Yeah.
By default, we are parents. You know, unless we write a couple books that say we are parents, like expert parenting books. But until then, we're just two unqualified parents that have a podcast and sit down and talk about whatever crosses our minds. Or I guess whatever crosses your mind, I guess. Because today we have a most excellent show. Actually, I have no idea what we're talking about. So do we have an excellent show today?
I think so.
Well, that's cool. Before we get into it, though, well, I don't know. Maybe should we get into it? I don't know.
No,
Do you
go
want
ahead.
to get
No,
into it?
go ahead.
No, I don't know.
No, go
I'll
ahead.
just
Do you
get
have
into
an
it.
anecdote or something? I'm going to try
No,
yours. I want to see what
I
it
don't.
tastes like.
Well, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try yours. What is this flavor? Water.
Raspberry.
This is
Raspberry lemon.
chemical EDTA raspberry supplement.
I like yours better. The mango's better.
We'll just leave that right there. Yeah. Wow. Tastes like something concocted in a laboratory. Interesting. Not something of nature. I don't know why they have pictures of fruits in here, because I don't think there's any actual fruit stuff in there. It said there's some concentrate stuff.
Some.
But if there was actual fruit stuff, there would be calories in there, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
I don't
Fruit
know.
concentrate.
I don't know.
It's not just real fruit. Anyways. So what was I saying?
I don't know.
Can't remember.
You said
I'm
you were
already
gonna.
lost.
You said you were
This
gonna say
juice
something.
is getting to me. Ooh, we should cut off here pretty soon.
I don't know. You said you were gonna say something.
I don't know. Oh, I was just thinking of, you know, the thing that we're planning that we can't speak of just yet.
Yes.
I was thinking that maybe soon that we should start talking about it in the sense that we can do some videos that show up to what we're doing.
Yeah, of
That'd be
course.
kind of interesting. I don't know. We can talk about it later.
We
Maybe
can talk about it later.
off camera,
Off camera.
because she's gonna say no. That's how it is.
No. Anyways.
But then, anyway, I was just thinking about that because it'd be kind of neat to give people at least something to look forward to.
Sure.
And, you know.
Sure. We can talk about it later.
All right.
All right.
Well, I was excited. I'm not excited anymore.
That's fine.
That is fine. whatever. All I can say is it's going to be the best summer ever.
It'll be pretty epic.
Or the worst. One or the
Either
other.
way. Anyways, so how's it going? What's up? What's new?
Well, like I said, I guess I was excited, but not some more. I don't know. It's a mismatch of emotions this week. Really excited for what's coming up this week. Actually, well, by the time you guys listen to this, I'll be back already, I think. But going to Waterloo to meet up with the old business partners and the old people back in Waterloo. And got meetings lined up and scheduled. So that's going to be interesting for our company. So just really busy, getting ready for that. And so that's good. But on the minus side, I've just been really, really hard on myself, really down on myself for what I've let myself happen over the past winter with just my health and my weight, and how I managed to do really well, lose like 25 pounds and then like gained it all back. And now it's like, oh my goodness, I got to start all the way back at square one.
But you've been doing really good. But you did really good this week.
Yeah, but
how much did you lose? You lost a lot.
Yeah, I don't know, 2 point something kilograms. I don't know.
Which is how many pounds? I
don't know. It's close to 5.
Close to 5.
But
in a week, that's really good.
No, I know, but it's still frustrating. It's just very disappointed in myself. So trying not to think about it, obviously, trying to be positive, and then just take everything one day at a time, right?
Just let it go. Learn from it.
I know, but I'm just, you asking me. I'm saying I don't need a therapy session right now.
I know.
Oh, maybe I do. No, it's, sometimes, you're allowed to feel what you feel, and I just feel
gotta feel it. No, for sure.
Stupid, and, it's like one of those things where, for me anyways, it's like you have to hit bottom before you can start going back up again. It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's just this vicious cycle. And I'm sure a lot of people, this is why it's such a common thing that people, lose a whole bunch of weight, only to gain it all back, and even then some, after they've done so well. And it's one of those things where like, I'll never let that happen to me or whatever. And then, it happens, like just another statistic, and just kind of, I just feel really silly and really stupid about letting that happen. I don't know. You deal with it, but it's just, it's an emotional thing, and it's,
no, for sure.
It's a lifestyle thing too. I think you have to really be willing to change your lifestyle. And I guess I was, I have my excuse that I got injured and I got hurt really badly, which took a long time to recover from. And then I just couldn't get back on.
Yeah. It's
my
hard.
thing. I couldn't go back to the gym. So I know it's an excuse, but it's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. Just because you can't go to the gym doesn't mean you have to eat pizza every day,
No, I know.
Not that I ate every day, every second day. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's the negative of it.
But and then you've been coming over to my side and eating more vegan, vegetarian.
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I read it's like after reading the first page of this book, what's it called? It's called The Mad Cowboy.
Mad Cowboy.
Yeah. Do you know who it's like? Who's the author?
I forget his name, but he was on Oprah, and he was the one that the cattle ranchers, I think it was in Texas, they took him and Oprah to court.
Yeah. For like defaming, but just saying like the truth, basically. Which is like, you're defaming us.
But no, you read like
but they won the lawsuit. Like if anybody you want to be on your back to being suing against, it's like Oprah. It's like, all right, well, I got money to pay for this cause, obviously.
Just throw money at the problem.
But anyways, so Google like Oprah and the Mad Cowboy or something like that. And anyways, he wrote this book, and like after the first couple pages, it's like he's just talking about what he did
as a cattle rancher.
As a cattle rancher, and how it's first, the things like I already knew all this stuff. Anyways, you just don't think about it because you're
but
like,
when
I know it's
read it from someone that's done it. Like
and they talk about it firsthand. Like,
disgusting.
These cows, you got to fatten them up, and
disgusting.
Then they can't eat this; they got to eat grain, and most of that grain has a lot of animal byproducts in it too. So it's like cows eating cows, and they're eating grain that's not natural. So then they have this problem. So to solve that problem, you have to give them antibiotics, and then to solve that problem, you got to give them this, and then because they have so many, they're talking about. Like there's so many flies that get in there because it's just so many cattle and manure just everywhere that there's a term for like cows asphyxiating asphyxiating, is that the
Yeah.
word? Because there's too many flies, so they couldn't breathe because they couldn't swat them away from their, like,
That's
it's disgusting. And they
disgusting.
talk about the cows, like their internals, insides were going, like, they just all come out and they have to, like, sew it back in. And
stop.
it's just
It's
all of
so-
this stuff, and then all the stuff that they pump into it. It's like,
It's
he's just talking about,
horrific.
like, you go to school in this new age farming, it's just, you talk about pills, and of course Monsanto's, it's like, they got to push their products, which they know are just
Yeah.
crazy. And then the whole mad cow disease in Britain and how it can
That
be
was
here,
that
and
part
it's
was
like,
scary. That part was
but it's just
really
like, it's
scary.
going to happen here. And if not
Yeah.
already, and if not, they just burn the cows or whatever, right? Like,
Yeah.
and the government's, they're in with the FDA, and they're not actually, at least I don't even know what the regulation is here in Canada, but they're just talking about FDA in the States. But it's like, they're kind of in cahoots in a sense, because they gotta make money, right? And it's like,
Yeah.
it's this crazy industry. And then it's like, you read all that, and it's just like, how could I can't
I
eat
can't
this
eat it anymore.
It's
I
like, it's
know.
disgusting just to think about all the health problems that can associate with eating this meat in terms of all the chemicals and antibiotics and blah blah blah. You go on and on and on. These animals aren't even healthy. Like, how could, and they're diseased, and you're eating it,
They're
and it's like,
eating
ugh. And the cows they're cannibalizing the cows because they're eating other cows, and it's like, it's just so ugh.
gross.
And it's like, you don't know where your food is coming. Like any fast food restaurant, any meat you're going to supermarket, it's
Yeah.
always going to be whatever. And even if you go to like a farm that's like all grass fed stuff, it's still, I don't know, right? Like, maybe that's better if you guarantee that the cow is totally natural, takes like
Yeah.
years to grow, and then, okay, fine. But
But that's not
even-
sustainable. It's not
well,
sustainable.
no, it's not sustainable. But the whole point is that even if the animals are healthy, there's still studies out there that show that eating meat,
It's
like
just
having
not-
a substantial portion of your meat in your diet, is not even very good for you. So
Yeah.
ups the levels of cancers and all this kind of stuff. And
Yep.
so anyways, very interesting. And you just read that. You're just like, if you could
And I'm
still
done.
scarf down a burger after reading that and like not have any, feel bad about it, or be like, yeah, this is kind of gross, then I don't know, good for you, I guess. And
You got
just
a strong,
enjoy.
you got a strong stomach.
And it's hard because like I love hamburgers and like a pizza without pepperoni is like not a pizza at all. Or with cheese too, like So and
Yeah.
there's that vegan cheese which is like disgusting, but I guess I'll have to get used to it.
I like it. I don't have a problem with it.
Whatever, right?
I like it.
And even that is like processed stuff. I'm like, is that even real food too? It's like, even stuff that's vegan, you have to be careful because just because it's vegan doesn't mean it's good for
Okay,
you. right?
Oreo,
There's-
like Oreos are
yeah,
vegan.
those vegan Oreos. It's like this.
So it's not
Or
good.
even regular Oreos.
I'm pretty sure they're
Oh,
vegan.
I mean like the vegan and the
the ones that we get.
gluten-free.
Yeah, no, but like actual Oreos are vegan.
Sure, there you go. But that's
that's
because
not
what's in it?
good
It's
Oreo.
just sugar.
Well, it's the same thing. Well, it's the same thing with people with gluten free. Oh, this is gluten free. I can eat it. Well, those
Yeah,
are
for sure.
cookies.
Yeah.
You can't just eat cookie.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's all about being balanced.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, basically anything that's processed is not
Yeah.
really good for you.
Yeah.
So, and that fake cheese is kind of processed.
Oh, yeah,
stuff
for
too.
sure.
Anyways, whatever. That was totally. I don't think we're here to talk about today. I don't know.
No,
Are we?
it's fine. No.
It is what it is.
It's what it
I
is.
have such a bad taste. I'm like, the only thing that could wash this
I got
disgusting
this
thing
same
is this.
nasty
This is
taste.
just,
Ugh.
here goes another one. Go ahead.
What? I already have
No,
mine.
like,
No. But have you been like okay this week? Like
oh, I
with
love it because I
eating.
make this salsa
That's so
that I learned from my sister, which is just straight up tomatoes, avocados, mango, jalapeno, onion, red pepper, green pepper, any kind of peppers you want. And is there anything else I'm
that's
missing?
it. No.
And some salt for like some seasoning.
So good.
And it's like the most delicious salsa ever.
It's so good.
And you just take your corn chips or whatever kind of
Whatever.
chips you want and
And
dip in
just
it, or
eat.
just eat it straight up. It's like,
It's so
it's like a fruit
good.
salad, but vegetable.
A vegetable. Yeah.
Although,
It's
tomatoes are they a vegetable or they're fruit?
fruit.
But anyways, it's like a fruit salad.
But no, it's so good.
It's delicious. And it's like just vegetables. And it's just
Yeah.
pure good for you.
Oh yeah, and Maya just sits here.
He just eats it. It's like,
Just eats it.
yeah. It's like eat as much, eat as much as you can shove in your
No,
stomach.
it's-
Like it's
I could
healthy
eat that all
food.
day. It's so good.
So yeah, I don't know, just try and eat that stuff and some salads. I haven't had very much salads.
Well, you
and
liked
smoothies.
my chili that I
Yeah,
made.
that was
My chili was
fantastic. Yeah,
good.
I love, I love lots of vegetarian type dishes like
Yeah.
rice and stir fries and stuff. It's really
Yeah,
good. You just
yeah.
gotta take the time to make it, right?
Yeah.
That's the only thing. And really, it's not like it's any much harder than grilling up burgers or cooking up chickens and stuff too. So that takes time too.
Yep.
So yeah, no, it's great. Feeling good about it, and we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna keep going. It'll be interesting when I'm in Waterloo, just to make sure I can keep up with it. But I will, because I'm not shoveling any of that crap down my mouth anymore. It's just disgusting. Just to think, I'll think of the cow. What's the cow? What's his name? Ferdinand? Or he's the bull.
He's the bull.
I'll think of him.
Think of
Ferdinand. Do you want to eat him? Or Babe, the pig?
Oh, good.
No, the pigs are even.
Ugh, I know.
Schistosoma. Oh man, could you imagine?
I don't even want to know. That's why, like, as soon as I heard that, I stopped eating pig. I was like in high school, except for bacon, of course.
I stopped eating pig, except for bacon all the time.
It's bacon. I'm sorry.
That's the only pig you'd eat anyways.
No, we'd have pork chops all the time. I hated
do people
pork
even
chops.
buy pork chops anymore?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
No, I like the
pork ribs.
One section that was really good in the pork chops. It's like the middle part because it was more meaty.
I never liked
the rest
it.
was just kind of fatty.
I never liked it.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite either.
That's gross. Anyways.
Yeah, it is.
Anyways.
So
this week.
So
this week I thought we could talk about.
Well, how was your week?
About my week? Yeah, it was okay. It was just like a week. Yeah. We had a nice Valentine's Day though.
Did we?
We did.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was whatever. I don't do Valentine's Day.
No, you don't. That's why I was surprised when you brought the champagne home.
Yeah, I just had a glass of champagne.
Yeah,
whatever.
so that really surprised me, but it was nice because and I don't really.
It's stupid. It's like
I
buy
agree,
this. Remember I went to the grocery store I think that day, and it's like all these people like lining up to buy flowers. I'm like,
do not.
I have a better idea.
Flowers.
Why don't you just take your money and set it on fire, and then keep yourself warm during the winter? I don't know. Like
I don't need that, I don't need homework to tell me a day that I need to tell you I love you.
My cards. That's what I hate.
I hate cards.
Cards are ridiculous, and I always look. I'm like, they're getting more expensive now. I think
know,
it's like $6-7 for a card, and like. Thank you to everyone who's ever given us a card, but it ends up in the recycling literally like
it does. Just
a few days out. Like I don't know, right?
Get a piece of printer paper and just write something down.
Or just don't.
Yeah, or just don't. Or
just well, like if you're, I don't know.
Well, that's why like
people like it, but it's like you don't have to spend that much money on it. Like I don't get it.
That's like with the kids when they go to birthday parties. Like I don't buy cards. I let them make one. I let them make one, right? Because
they put some thought into it.
Because they put thought in like both of the kids. Like whenever they've made cards, it's really and it's more meaningful, and it's meaningful for them because they have to think of what to write and what about that person they want to write because they make them very personal. Ugh, still not good.
Sorry, this is gross. I can't stop drinking.
Well, I got you a glass of water too. Where'd you
I know. I put it away. I'm like, I don't need 2 glasses. I'm just gonna. I'm definitely gonna spill something on this computer.
Definitely gonna need a glass of water.
Like, why don't you just bring more glasses? Yeah. No.
But anyways, no, it was.
I have to get you to get it back.
But anyways, like it was an okay week. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay then.
All right.
Keep it at that.
Yeah.
I won't keep poking away at that.
Poking. What else was I gonna say? Yeah. So.
No, you're just gonna.
So I thought
talk about this week. Our topic of the week. Evening.
I thought we haven't talked about this in a while, so I thought this week. We
already talked about it. Oh, we're already out of fresh new ideas, so we got to rehash the old episodes.
No. The topic.
We haven't talked about this in a while. Social media and kids.
No.
Oh, I'm just saying.
No, I mean like the subject, not like drilling down to the specific topic that I have. Anyways.
Okay.
So. I thought we could talk about the benefits that we've seen of homeschooling because it's been, I was thinking, and it's been like,
this is going to be pretty short because what if there aren't any?
It's been just a little over 2 full years of homeschooling.
Yeah.
That we've done. So I just thought about that this week and I thought, well, I think that'd be like
our anniversary of homeschooling.
Mm-hmm. So what benefits, what benefits have you,
do you want me to start?
Yeah, start. Go ahead. Because you're kind of like the outside observer, just like a little bit.
Okay. Well, Jesus. Okay. This is going to be stuff that pops in my head. So the first thing that popped into my head is, a lot less stressful mornings and a lot more chilled environment in the morning anyways. So there's no rush to get ready in the morning. You do what you need to do to get ready. and you sleep. If you're tired, get that extra sleep or whatever, and you start when you start. So it's puts the day in, starts the day off right.
Yep.
And it starts everyone in a.
I mean, I do try to start at 9. Usually we do start at 9.
Sure. But
I'm not like rushing and yelling at kids to get their acts together, to get their lunches, to get their backpacks, to get dressed, to brush their teeth.
Because all they need to do really is have breakfast
down.
and brush their teeth.
Sit down.
Right? So there's the travel time. There's all this stuff is cut out of the equation.
Yeah.
And so we literally, you could almost roll out of bed, have a bowl of, cereal or oatmeal or whatever, and then brush your teeth and you're ready to go. Yeah. So you could wake up at 8:30. But like back in the day when you're going to school, what did school start at? Like 8:20, 8:50?
8:50 or 9, yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, you still have to walk it over
at
like 8:30 and then it was always just a big
shit show.
Yeah, well, shit show. I mean, some days we're all fine. I'm just it's just really I mean, I don't miss that at all. So that's a huge benefit.
Yeah.
Another benefit I would say would be, obviously I think it's the one-on-one learning. And I think they're learning a lot better and they're learning a lot more than they would learn, obviously, if they were in school. So that's obviously, I mean, that's obvious. I mean, like, look at the stuff that they're doing. It's like way more advanced than it would be if they were at that school, considering how their progress has been.
Yeah.
So that's another clear example. But I'm not gonna think too much of the academics because you know that more than me in terms of how well they're doing. So I think a benefit also is that it's a lot shorter, and because it's a lot shorter, there's more time for us to do other things as a family, and even just time for the kids to just be kids and explore and do the things that kind of interest them. So obviously that's a huge plus for me.
Yeah. Because if you don't know how we do school is we school, usually it's 9 in the morning till noon.
Yeah. So it's basically a 3-hour day.
Yeah. And we do that 5 days a week, and we do
3 weeks on,
3 to 4 weeks on, and then a week off, and year round.
Yeah. Well, this is what I'm going to try to stick to anyways.
Yeah.
So things change. That's just a rough thing. If there's a day that's like, I usually don't feel like doing school, I think just kind of take the day off. Or there's something going on.
There's days like Tristan has an orthodontist appointment in the morning. So there's not going to be school that day.
Yeah.
Or there's just no time.
Do a little bit after or something. I don't know. Whatever. That's your thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Just off the top of my head, that's what.
So you can think.
The things that I can think of. I'm sure there's more. Well, obviously there's more stuff, but
yeah. So what I've seen definitely is, and I think I've said this before, like both for math, they were both completely behind.
They were
completely behind and just had no solid foundation. And now Maya is going to be ahead. She's going to be working on grade 5. Like she's going to be working on grade 5 this year, and she's in grade 4. So she's almost done her grade 4 math. So that's really awesome considering she was like 2 years behind. And then Tristan, like just seeing him.
They don't fail kids anymore these days.
No, they just keep moving them on.
It's like you're behind, but keep going.
But in Tristan, just like.
Can't get further behind if you just keep pushing you forward.
Yeah. I know, but
that works.
Yeah, but he just keeps on, like, he gets stuff and I can see it click. And then even if he has like, and that's the thing too, like the one-on-one, he has difficulty sometimes with the new concept and it's hard when it's new, but it's like, we just stick with it and he knows he has to do it. There's no outs, like whatever. So it's most teachers are just going to be like, oh, fine, then you're just not going to do it. But no, you have to do it. They don't have the time or the resources. So
spend all day trying to convince one kid to do the work.
So definitely that is. And another one, they get to learn what they want to learn about.
Yeah.
And so then they're like we've said before, then you have the buy-in and then they're going to learn. And like they both wanted to learn about mythology. So we're learning about mythology right now and they're enjoying it. Yep. And we can relate it to a bunch of other things that we've learned too. So So that's really awesome.
Well, that brings me to just another point, if I can interject here. And it's the ability to be able to teach them things that we think that are really important.
Yeah.
That there are certain things outside in the curriculum that, that they say that that they need to teach this at this time or whatever, or to keep things out or whatever, or they teach this thing this way. We can do it the way that we think is best. And then we can really iterate and we could experiment. And then if it doesn't work, then you could change it on the fly. Yeah. Whereas if something doesn't work in the school curriculum, it takes years to get that feedback and to change whatever.
Yep.
Like now you just do it. It's like, oh, well, that didn't work. So let's try something else.
Yep.
And it allows you that flexibility. That ability to experiment is it's just such a huge benefit to be able to do.
Well,
as long as you're willing to put in the work and try things,
And so then the other thing to kind of go along with that is when you have a child that learns differently than most other kids. Yeah.
Too,
but I'm saying I don't have to teach in a general way so that 30 kids or the majority of the 30 kids are going to get it, right? I can teach.
If that's even the case. I don't even know if that's the case nowadays.
Who knows?
I don't know.
But I can teach exactly how they both learn using their learning style. Sure. And so I can tailor it exactly to them.
Yep.
So that's for sure. Another one for sure is, and this is for people that don't know a lot about homeschooling, this will be a surprise, but social is definitely one of the biggest benefits.
I was going to say that I think both of them are doing a lot better with their social interactions. Tristan's being a lot more communicative, I guess, if that's a word. He communicates a lot better when he's with his friends and with other people.
And more appropriate.
Yeah. It's not like it was inappropriate so much. It just doesn't, just awkward and not sure what to say or whatever. Kids can be. Yeah. A lot of kids are like that, and the more you practice, the more you get to know what works, what doesn't work. And
I think it's not just the more you practice, but because at school, so many times the school will tell you, well, we can't help with the social piece. We can't help. I don't know how many of my friends. Oh yeah, we can't. That's not our job. Which is then everyone says at homeschool. So how do you get socialization? Well, they don't get it at school. So, but anyways, but I can be right there and help both of them navigate those social situations.
This is my whole beef with school. I mean, the point of school, for me, it's not I don't even care about the academics so much because.
Yeah, I know.
You learn that through repetition and through practicing and through your daily life and your interactions. So that's fine. But it's things like learning how to interact with your fellow man and learning how to, not saying learning how to fit in, but just learning how to navigate through the world. These are such critical skills that are not taught these days. And so you get kids in university or whatever that can't handle things for themselves. I guess it can go into the whole snow plowing parenting that we were talking about earlier, but it just... tailor the education to your child. Yeah. And it's just...
But I think to be able to be there and step in if need be, at school, that's not going to always happen and always be the case.
You're never going to be there.
Yeah. And then you can also, if there is kids that your kid doesn't necessarily get along with, then you don't have to see those people.
No.
You can pick and choose who your kid gets along best with.
I mean, it's good for them to practice.
For sure.
They'll just be like, I don't like kid, never going to see them again.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is that if there's a bully at a school, that's a bit more difficult of a situation. You can't just pick your kid out of that school necessarily.
You just pick the other kid up and just give him a little bit of a beat down.
Yes. But I'm just saying if that situation is in the homeschool community, well, you can just completely avoid that family usually, right?
Yeah.
So it's...
No, for sure.
It makes things easier. For some kids just really don't get along, just like people don't get along. So you just... Personalities clash.
But for me, I've never been one to I'm not going to avoid this place that I want to go to just because I'm just saying I'm not like that.
No.
If it's so bad, I know some people do it. And if it's really bad, I totally get it. I'm not saying it's wrong.
I'm not talking about group things. I'm talking about more like gym zone, right? I would still, I'm not talking about a gym zone where we go to drop in gymnastics. I'm not going to not go because another family's there.
Of course.
But what I'm saying is I won't set up a one-on-one play date with that family. That's what I'm talking about, right? That's kind of more to the point.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So that's the good part of it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. Very interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. Any other benefits you can think of? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think what I've seen with Maya is like she was very shy.
Well, that's what, yeah.
And we've really seen her blossom and kind of come out of her shell and be
like the TV show Blossom.
Like the TV show Blossom
with Blossom and Joey.
No. And just like now she goes up, has no problem being in a group and talking to kids, and like there's never an issue. Like it's never like who's gonna be there? Oh, I don't know. And there's never any anxiety. Like
I don't know if there ever was. But,
yeah, there was. Yeah, definitely there was.
I hate that word, anxiety. Sorry. I mean, I understand it, but I'm just like, ugh.
But I think what it really comes back to is if you homeschool, you're really able to honor where your kid is. And if, she's shy, I'm not going to push her like they do in school, or like they pressured me to push her to be more outgoing. And it's like, that's just not who she is. Like she has to grow into that.
There's a difference between being shy and having anxiety towards wanting to be in public. You know what I mean? Like,
I wasn't talking about that with her.
Well, no, but I'm just saying there's a difference between that. Of course there is. Because the point is that it's okay to be shy, and there's nothing to push there to get her to do something, because that's just her character.
But the school didn't understand that. I know,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah. But like if it's anxiety, then you have to work at that, and you have to fix that. So you have to push for that, because it's a different thing.
Of course, it's a different thing.
But they never, like you're saying, they're not distinguishing between the two.
Yeah.
And that's just two simple examples.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, but it's just really about honoring, and like, where Tristan is with reading, it's funny because
he's just over the rainbow.
It's just over the rainbow. I was really worried because like we'd read, just sit down and make him read together, and he just like he hated. It was like awful for both of us. He hated reading to me. He just hated
reading out loud.
Yeah,
it's still something that it's good to do, even though you don't like it.
So, but I just let it go. I was like, you know what? Nothing good is happening here. Like absolutely nothing good is happening here. I'm just gonna let it be, because he has books and he looks at them all the time and like reads them all the time. So I just let it be, and then lo and behold, this week, in like 2 days, he read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
So it's just like there's nothing to worry about.
Like he read it out loud?
No, he just read it to himself.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's just like that's the first novel he's read, but like there's no need to push. He'll get He'll get it eventually. And I think people are so like hung up on they need to be like doing college level stuff. It's like just let.
Who says they need to be doing college
no, you know what I mean?
Stuff?
Like the people are just like, we need to do extra. They need homework. They need this, that.
And it's like you got to be in this at this stage. There's no blueprint on.
Yeah.
Milestones and growth, things that you got to be this height by this age. It's just
well, and I guess the thing is too is like I didn't want to push him into the reading, because then he would hate it, and I want them to love reading, right? Like I don't want him to hate it.
The thing is with school too is their kids are in school for so long, like every day, and like they're hardly getting one-on-one learning time. So who knows how much learning they're even getting, and they can progress very slow there, and then they get to a certain point where it's like, oh, screw it, they're not going to learn anymore, because they're on to like whatever else that might interest them. But when they're young like this, you can just let it go and then watch it develop as you over time. Slowly put things in place when you're doing your homeschooling that'll get them going in the right directions, right? So
exactly,
and then they pick on it so quick.
Oh yeah,
and then it's just like take off. So there's so much, talking about benefits, is that there's so much less pressure to get certain things done so quickly, because you have ample time to do things the right way.
The right way, yeah. And definitely like it's awesome. We have the Science North membership, and so
yes, we do.
We go in the afternoon when there's no one there, and we have the whole science center to ourselves. So definitely that flexibility and being able to do those things.
Flexible. Well, there's a huge benefit. During the day, you can go out and do anything you want, and there's like nobody there in terms of like kids' activities. Yeah. Which is the best. The only thing that is absolutely terrible is that during school time, there's no matinee movies at movie theaters. So I'm like, we could just go see movies, and they're empty. You don't have any.
No, not here.
Smell like smoke.
No,
I guess
probably
like Toronto
would be a bit different, but
it's so big.
Yeah, but they don't have that
here. Even in Waterloo, they didn't have. You couldn't get matinees during the week.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, or maybe like a 3:00 show. I think you get like 3:00 shows, but you don't no noon o'clock shows like they have it on the weekends.
On the weekends,
right?
Yeah, I know.
So that really sucks. But other than that, like anything you want to, you just go and it's like open and it's not busy at all.
Not busy at all. Yeah, it's the best time.
Is bowling your thing? Bowling's never busy. Is it? Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Like just offended half of our listeners that are
Bowlers.
so into bowling.
No, but like Science North, there's the indoor playground. The Cup Center, it's never busy because kids are all in school. So,
of course.
Yeah, so it's good. Yeah, that's why we try to avoid everywhere on PD days and summer holidays.
Those are days we just stay home.
You stay home, yeah. We just plan everything around it. Yeah. So, yeah.
And like in the summertime, it's like the beach every day during the day. And there's just like some kids that are like not in high school for whatever reason that are hanging out at the beach. You know, a couple of old people walking around. Yeah. It's people walking the beach, but it's like empty, you know. It's great. Or like little babies and stuff like that, but like they don't really pose too much of a problem. You just kick them over to the side. It's like, get out of the way. And then you got a whole lot of beach. Yeah It's awesome. That's a huge benefit.
and I just feel like we've really seen the kids really grow into like their own people, and they're more confident, I find, and they're becoming more independent.
Confidence and independence are things, because then they could start even learning on their own. And then they're just like, I'm just going to do this because they need to.
Well, and this is what
we're going to start fostering this.
But the past like few weeks, like Tristan will be ready to start school at like 8:30. Maya's still eating her breakfast, but he gets his math books and he's like, I just want to get it over with.
Well, just start. Well, you got so your 10 pages to do.
Yeah.
Get them done.
Yeah. So he just, does it. And so that independence and confidence, like that's really, it's just seeing that in them has just been a huge.
Sorry, I'm taking another drink and I just keep thinking it's going to get better.
It's not.
It's not. It just keeps getting worse. It's so gross. I'm trying to wash it down. Watch the taste.
So funny.
Yeah, just don't buy this again.
Okay.
Or do, because I might be addicted. I might have to have this.
Okay, it's not heroin.
We should try every week just a new type of drink.
Well, there was another one I was going to get, but I was like, we've had these ones before, so I'll try it.
Have we? Oh, yeah, we have. I didn't like it. That was a long time ago. I just maybe forgot about how bad it was.
Yeah, well, I'll try another. Oh, yeah, I'll try another one. There's a San Pellegrino.
No, not a fruit. There's a totally different brand and everything.
Yeah,
right?
Well, there's ones that are supposed to be really good.
One of these is going to taste like
they're supposed to be really good, but then I was like, that's like, you can only buy them in like a 12, and it was like $5, and I was like, we don't need 12 of them
for artificial water.
Yeah, but 12. They're supposed to be really good.
Help my addiction.
Yeah. Anyways,
2 at a time.
Okay.
Are those juices in your head, or I'm happy to see a couple of your friends?
Okay. Anyway, so anything else to add
about benefits?
Mm-hmm. Benefits are just good things that we've seen.
I mean, I think we kind of covered everything.
I think so.
That I can think of.
Yeah.
It's pretty straightforward. It's just listen. If you want your kids to be smarter and better than everyone else, just homeschool them.
Just quit your job.
That's pretty much it.
Give up your life. No, I'm just joking.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just joking.
You're not helping the case here.
No, it's all good.
You don't have a job to quit, so there you go.
There you go.
You have a job. Oh, remember when we were filling out the passport application? You got so angry.
I did.
It's like I filled out the passport stuff, and then I put her like, what's your employment? And then in the list of this is on the passport thing. I had a list of things you could put in, and then the one was like homemaker. So I put in homemaker, and I'm like, read this application to make sure it's okay. And like across the room, it was like, homemaker? What the hell are you buying that for?
It's like 1950s. Like no one calls themselves a homemaker.
I'm like, that's what you do. You stay at home and you raise the kids.
No, I'm a stay-at-home mom. There's a big difference. I'm not a homemaker. I don't know. I just find like the connotation is very insulting.
See, there you go, getting triggered. But like seriously, like that's what you get triggered about, like the words we use. Oh, speaking of getting triggered, what about our prime minister these days, eh?
Oh my gosh, don't even start.
It's like...
Don't even start.
I can't,
He apologized for that though.
Oh yeah. Didn't he say like I was trying to make a joke? Maybe there's another one, because he's done it more than once.
Yeah.
But I've never regretted who I voted for more than I have for this prime minister.
Really?
I regret voting for him.
Really?
I mean, I was never going to vote for Stephen Harper anyways, but I think I would rather have him than this guy.
Oh, really?
Look at our taxes. We are getting thousands of dollars less on our taxes ever since the Liberals won.
Aren't we supposed to be the ones benefiting from having the Liberals in?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know
who's benefiting. Not us, anyways. Our taxes we're getting less returns, and I feel like we're paying more taxes. Anyways, like it's just like someone's asking you a legit question, and they say blah 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 for all of mankind, and you interrupt what she's saying and say like we'd like to say people kind, and then he's got this look of righteousness on his face, like he did something that was so profound and so good, as people are like kind of cheering, yay, we'd like to. It's like, do you even know what the word? It's not mankind for like humankind. Like that's what it's derived from. It's just a word that explains. Everyone knows it means everyone. Who's going to be inclusive? People kind. It's so stupid. It's insane. He's like, this is insane. This is the type of ideology that's just gonna tear. It just tears people apart. It's so people want to talk about inclusive and diversity and stuff, and it tears people apart.
I agree.
And it's just so.
It's frustrating. Now you're triggered.
And isn't it didn't they change our national anthem now?
They did. It's all gender neutral.
Whatever. I think today I'm a female today, and tomorrow I'll be male, and then the day after I'm going to be in between. And then the other days, I'm just going to pick a random animal. And then I'm just going to identify as worms. And then I feel like if I'm bottom feeding, I'm like, I feel like a catfish today. That's what I want on my license. I just identify as a catfish.
So you need to call it catfish kind.
Yeah. And you need to recognize by calling me by my proper catfish name, which is my name when I feel like I'm a catfish.
And you have to know.
Oh, you have to
know.
And
if you
literally
don't
throw it's a crime if you don't call me by like you didn't get the right there on that one. So jail time for you. It's just maybe we should talk about that another day. But it's just getting to the point where things are so ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And actually I'm kind of interested to go back to Waterloo and do a little bit of investigating into what happened to this Laurier stuff and see how that's blown over. Talk to some people over there. See what the dealio is.
Stir the pot a little bit.
Talk to some of the old hockey people.
See what they're saying.
Hockey boys.
Yeah.
See what those professors are playing. I think there's a couple Laurier profs that I can talk to. See what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's nuts.
Boy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's these people aren't being homeschooled is what it is. They're not being taught actual things that you need to worry about in life and things that are actually important. Like trying your best, doing what you need to do to get ahead, giving it your all, putting forth the effort. Yep. Don't blame society for you not having a job or whatever. It's what about you? You're sitting on your ass watching TV, playing video games all day. What do you expect? Yep. You expect things to just happen? Oh, you do. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, that explains it.
Yep. I know.
Like I would never want to get a job because of the color of my skin. It's insane to think that.
No, I agree with you.
I am owed anything from anybody or you or anybody.
I agree.
If there was any shit that happened, how long ago was that? No one here is still alive that did any of that shit.
But yeah.
I'm not saying there's not actual, of course there's still actual racism or sexist people, but you have to identify what is actually racist and an actual injustice that has happened, like somebody getting shot literally as a racist act or whatever, you got to look for these things, or someone actually, sexually assaulting somebody at work because of their gender. Like you got to know what's that movie with it's with Demi Moore and Michael Douglas, and she it's harassing him at work or whatever. She's like, it was like the reversed.
It's a Basic Instinct.
No.
I don't know.
It was Demi Moore. She was like the boss, and She made him like sleep with her or whatever.
Do you not mean like Horrible Bosses with Jennifer Aniston?
No, this is an old
Jason
show.
Bateman?
No, this is an old show. But that's another thing too, where she was just like, just sexually harassing. Like, wasn't he just like,
yeah.
But it's like, anyways, if you're going to do that, it's obviously, things are happening. But like, don't come saying, well, because of this, I need to be getting this special privilege. Oh, there's that word again, privilege. Oh, I'm starting to get so triggered.
All right.
Anyways, but if we were all homeschooled and everyone was taught what's what, we wouldn't have this problem.
The world would be a better place.
So that's another benefit of homeschooling is that you don't get these.
You're not a special little snowflake.
You don't get snowflakes floating around all over the place. I can't do shit on their own and just expect everyone to do it for them. Yeah. And they just try to fuck shit up for everyone else.
Calm down. You just need to calm down.
Yeah. All right. Anyways.
So Chris Pie.
Are we done?
I think so.
All right.
Chris Pie.
Let's finish it off with hey, that's good. Oh, hey, calm down now. Close. That's gonna.
Sorry.
You're gonna knock my perfect beverage. I want to finish this. No,
you're not.
This is going down
the drain.
or I'm chugging it. It's one or the other. Do a little butt chugging.
That's weird. That just got weird.
It's just from a Jake and Amir. Top 10, what is it? Top 10 beers, the Bud Chug or something like that. Those guys were hilarious.
Disgusting. All right.
Oh, what am I doing?
Stop
drinking this shit.
Stop.
Yeah, it's like I can't. It's disgusting. It's so disgusting. It's delicious.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it.
It's gross.
All right. So we done here?
We're done.
All right. So
see you next week.
Thanks for Can I wind it down? Oh, calm down. Let me finish this. So thank you for listening or watching if you're into that kind of thing. That sounded really weird. I was like, what, are you watching right now? Not through there. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And
see you next week.
Hope you enjoyed the episode. And go ahead now.
We'll see you next week.
And we'll see you next week.